funding for my e-commerce store.
All right, test, test, test. Hey, what's going on, Nathan? Yeah, that's the question right now. It's a toss up. It's a toss up. Trying to see what's happening right now. The AMC has a particular downtrend that's happening and hasn't broken this level of resistance yet. So it's looking like the culprit. Ape is still holding above 222, which is that major number I've been talking about for quite a while. It finally broke it after 7 or 8 tests, and it's holding above it. The way it's looking is one of these two is not telling the truth. Anything can happen at this point. I definitely believe that they're trying to hold underneath 4 for AMC, and then we'll see what happens after that. But it's a high possibility because AMC is in a very particular area where it can really run hard. But so is Ape. Ape is above its resistances. AMC is below its major resistances. So if I would put my money on it right now, it's looking like Ape would be the one to potentially run, being that just because of the fact that it broke above 222. If it stayed below 222, if that's the case, then I would be like, okay, it's probably Ape is coming down. But because it's broken out of that area, I can still see 265, and it's holding above it, which is good. 265 would be my next target. But there'd be nothing really stopping it. There are really no major resistances on Ape. AMC has a few to go, all the way up until really just about the $5 mark. So we're gonna see. Yeah, definitely. They definitely want to accumulate more. They're definitely trying to shake some hands out. AMC is a tougher one right now. Obviously, we know the arbitrage play has been in effect for a long time, but the AMC shares, in my opinion, are the ones that are more valuable at this particular point in time. Yeah, it's a good arbitrage play, but AMC is going to go a lot higher, and it's going to be a lot harder to get AMC shares when they're in the $300 range. So you got to think about it logically as well. So we're gonna find this out. We're gonna see what's up in a little while. But this downtrend has to eventually break. I'm trying to see if there's some other plays out here in the meantime to grab a hold on to real quick while we start to expect some more volume to come in after the book rebalancing period in the markets. See if there's at least one or two just quick scalp possibilities, quick scalp choices out here. But the market's been it's been very indecisive. It's a very indecisive location. They either can dump down lower or it's going to bounce from here. I'd like to see it personally bounce from here, but at this point, I don't trust holding anything into the weekend and going further than that. Now it's Google recovering a little bit, still in the 128. I was hoping to see more of a bounce off of Google. Tesla now flagging off of that move, still in a downtrend, hasn't fully broken out just yet. Apple still holding its uptrend, so it is kind of doing a thing to hold the market up at this point. Yeah, OPEX is a critical time. So one of these things is going to push. If AMC pushes, it's going to be ridiculous. If 8 pushes, it's going to be big also. Nothing stopping 8. However, there is a couple of resistances that will be major squeeze areas if AMC pushes. AMC can go really hard if it pushes through those areas, and I don't think they're ready for that yet. So he said he's looking for a after hours push because of OPEX. Not sure who you're mentioning here. I'm gonna find out in a little while. Yeah, that city thing. I noticed it a little earlier today. I posted it up when I saw it. Very well timed as usual. They put these things out just in order to stop the momentum and to justify it. And we're at a very critical point where they know AMC can actually start to really pick some moves. Again, either way, AMC, you're good. It's just a matter of which one's going to be which. The options chain is what we're concerned with. The options chain, that's what they're really trying to avoid going haywire. So in my opinion, it would probably be just off the idea for the options chain going out of the money and basically trying to obtain a little bit more premium and pretty much just capitalize off of everybody. People are shorting, people are going long, just pretty much rug pull everyone. Be below max pain. Max pain, I believe, right now is at $5. That was during the earlier stream, somebody pointed it out for me. $5 max pain. Yeah, let's see what happens. Ape is at AMC at 403. Apple's still pressing up, 0.36, trying to break the smooth moving average on the 5-minute time frame. If it breaks that, we should see some nice upside on Apple. I'd be looking at 175 as being possible today. So that would be pretty nice. 175, almost 176 would be the next upside target. I mean, Apple's been a straight shot up. Could have played this from the bottom. It's a $3 move. Really, really nice play. Mark. That'd be a nice recovery going into next week. that may also hold the market up. But it has to continue on from this push. Volume is a little bit lower on Apple. We'll find out in a little while. Volume, when I say volume's low, it's lower than as opposed to what's happening with the uptrend or the uptrend in price right now. So, but it is a steady bull channel. I mean, very steady bull channel. I mean, it hasn't broken since the entire day. Actually, I'll take that back. It's a rising wedge. But we'll see. We'll see if it actually holds together. It needs to break above this point right here. Smooth moving average is sitting right where it is currently. If it breaks above that, it'll break this rising wedge and then get that push. And that push could be up to about 176 almost. I'm not going to play that breakout. Just trying to see if there are any other place to scalp a little something on in the meantime. But yeah, I don't really trust today. Just sitting on one play right now. Just one play from this morning. Still Nvidia. Took a little break. Just coming back to see what the afternoon session is looking like into close. That's where most of the volume starts to come in. Kind of take it from there. I wanted to look up ATER, ATER. We've been talking about that a little bit in the group. AMC back at 404. It's trying to break above. Let's go to the 5-minute. 404 key, another key target, T area, break above. I would like it to see it broken above the 412 mark, 408 and 412. If we start going above that area, this green line here, then I'll really be confused on which one's gonna push and which one's not, because they're both up. It would be both above my target levels. This ape is still in a better category to continue to push if there is a rug pull alert that happens after hours. And I think after hours is going to be the time where we start to see whatever's going to happen. Ape is still holding above 222. Yeah, OBV is indicative of, if it's at all-time highs, is indicative of a push to the upside. It's just not being reflected in a day's volume, and this is where the volume manipulation comes in. And this is something I've been talking about for a while. They are using volume as a weapon, and they've been using it as a weapon since the beginning of the year, and actually for even longer than that. So it's just been more apparent as we gotten into this ape split. And we've written out the past year in this ape split. They're not letting volume through. You don't let volume through, you can't get real true price discovery. But the buying is still happening in the background. And that's why we can see an elevated OBV. And I mentioned this in one of my past videos. It was titled "Volume Doesn't Lie," and that is exactly what we talked about. Not only did we talk about the OBV, we talked about the positive volume index, which is basically showing buying has continued to the upside and has never flipped to a bearish scenario ever since day one of the squeeze. It's just nothing but a bullish divergence on the entire stock since January of 2021. You may want to check that one out. I go over the difference and also the two side by side to show what it looks like based upon buying volume. Yeah, a court trap has been been part of the plan. It's been part of the plan, and they waited to the perfect time to let the markets come back down to get us in this position, just to keep the stock from running during a bull market. They didn't want the stock running during a bull market because they know it can get out of hand. So the court, in my opinion, the court situation was designed to keep it held down while everything else ran, with the possibility of everyone jumping ship to try to sell off shares to go to other plays that were running. In the meantime, it just basically run away from AMC and be tired of it. Doesn't seem like that's what happened, but because people are still here. So next week, I think there's one more final move coming based on what I'm seeing right now with these charts. One final move. Oh, Tesla's breaking out. One more final move with the a dump somewhere. Something's gonna dump really soon. We start seeing a dump on one of the two, because it's close right now. There's a bear trap, a bull trap, or a bear trap or a bull trap setting up on either one of them. So it's a tough call right now. And right now, to me, it's possibly AMC, unless APE closes above 220. If APE closes above 222, it's possibly AMC. Yeah, the crypto dump that we talked about it. I think you were on yesterday with the stream that we had yesterday when I talked about that. That I expect crypto to dump, to be for Bitcoin to drop heavily. Before we start to go into an SOS phase on AMC. Here comes some volume on AMC right now. That's looking kind of good right now. Whoa. Okay. The volume is starting to show up on AMC. And it's not showing up on APE. I don't know. This is a tough call. That's the highest volume so far in the trading range. It's a tough call right now. Right now, where we are going into book rebalancing should be over at 245. And then from there, we'll start seeing something happen. So we're going to pay attention here. This is where it gets close. Yeah, that was a big rebound off 386. That's what we needed to see. But that's more reaccumulation. There's a reaccumulation move, bounced out, broke this downtrend that's been, it was basically a bear flag, or a bull flag, excuse me. Bounced off and broke through again through the smooth moving average, which is that gray line. Breaking out, I needed to get above 412 to really be a for real move. Because we can get rejected off 412 and come back down. And that's what I don't want to see. But 404 has to break, 408, and 412, hold above it, and potentially get one of these types of push throughs, retest, and then get ready to go. And then I want to see 436 break. 436 breaks, and I want to see 451 if we get those breaks. Yeah, it's a toss up. Volume is coming in on AMC, but it's falling on APE. But it's getting volatile on APE also. So we'll see. I don't know. I can't call it yet. It's something expected to happen. Well, I'm expecting something to happen really big after hours. Just don't know which one it's going to be yet. I can't confirm it. The easy choice is to say it would be APE to run. That's the easy choice. The harder run would be AMC. It would run harder from this level. If we break, if you remember, it took us 441 was the level we broke back when it ran 100%. So if we get to 441, we did a 441, we did a 100% move after hours. If we get to 441, 450, and we break that area going into after hours, I can expect a possibility of us doing another move like that, 100%. So, yeah, that's the situation right now. But if it's APE and AMC is going to come, if APE is the one that runs and APE is the rug pull and AMC is the rug pull, you can expect AMC to probably drop down to like 305 and APE will run to like $4. So it's a toss up. It's right now it's a 50-50 move between one of the two. Like I said, the AMC could be the culprit, which is going to dump. APE could run to $4, or it can be APE dumps and AMC can run to $8. It's one or the other right now until I start seeing some more signs. But AMC is pulling in some more volume, which is a good thing unless they're trying to set something up. So it's a toss-up. I really can't really say much more about it until we start getting towards the end of the day. But we'll see. All right. I think it's time to, because Tesla's breaking out. I'm going to get into some Tesla calls. 0DTE. Be very careful with this if you're going to take me up on this one. I'm going to use Tesla's 217.5 right now. My average is 27 cents. So I'm going to jump in on these. Very, 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 very risky. Not financial advice. And I'm probably looking at Meta also. Meta's another one that's a high possibility as well. Meta's looking like it's breaking out. I'm going to do Meta 285s because it's about to break the 200 moving average. So Meta 285, I'm in 15 cents, 0 DTE, just real quick scalps, and I'm done. Yeah, because blue chips are turning around. The SPY is probably going to turn around with it. Meta and yeah, Meta and Tesla. Let's just do those real quick. Get in. Let it break the 200 moving average. Volume is starting to come in at the end of the day. During this push, I expect them to go into power hour. We can make a little money on these. Looking nice. I'll let AMC do its thing in the meantime. Yeah, I want to see them start breaking the 200 moving averages. Now, 0 DTE contracts are very risky, so you got to know what you're doing. If you're gonna, and you got to be fast about them. I gave you, you got my thesis real quick. These are just basically breakout plays. Let's see what happens here. All right, so Tesla's looking a bit rejected here off of the 200 moving average. I need to see Tesla start pushing, get above the moving averages here. Keep a look real quick. Ape is starting to break up. It needs to break over the 50 moving average on Ape. AMC is getting a retest of the breakout. Common for AMC. Go back to Tesla. Tesla's pushing. I'm already starting to move. My contracts are starting to move up on this particular move. It just hit 216. I got 217.5 calls on Tesla. Once it breaks the 200 moving average, you should start seeing some things happen. goes Tesla starting to make a move. Meta starting to make a little move. Yeah, this is the volatility for OPEX is going to start kicking in just a few minutes, guys. So be careful. So I'm just looking to scalp these real quick. Just make a quick buck off of each one of these. OPEX volatility, man. Wait, it's about OPEX volatility. All right, let's see what we got here. Good money. Nice job, Wade. All right. Now I just got. I'm playing small positions and not really going big on these at all. Yeah, man. We're looking at it, man. It's a toss up right now, Austin. Right now, as soon as we get out of this thing, should be exciting time after that. I think everybody who's been paying attention to how this market goes, and basically you pay attention to how this market goes. If you haven't learned anything by now, I'll put it this way: if you've been in this market, you've been able to survive the market. You should be ready to be an assassin when things are actually turning around. Ooh, strike. Yeah, that could be tough. Yeah, it's pretty much a Discord server, but I'm basically in there all the time. That everyone gets to see the plays I put in. They see the TA, the work. They're also involved themselves. They might post different plays, different charts. We keep in contact with each other all the time and making sure everyone is taking proper risk management, making money on the trades, and we make money together. So we're constantly communicating throughout the day, sometimes even later than that. I'm in there pretty much 24/7. So it's either that I post different setups I'm seeing for the week on a weekly basis, as well as different charts, different setups, and the whole nine. Here comes Ape. Ape is starting to push right now into the book rebalancing period, just like we expected it. But basically, Austin, it's a free trial setup. See how it is. If it's not for you, see how it is. At least get an idea of what we're talking about, and then from there you can make a decision to stay or go. It's a choice if things don't work out. Understandably so. But at least you get to see what the insides look like at that point. No doubt, definitely. I wouldn't hold any. I'm not holding anything into next week. I just made a trim on my Tesla position. I trimmed out 20% profit on that push on Tesla. I don't know about holding into further dates at this point. I personally wouldn't want to hold anything into the weekend, so I'm gonna take it easy on that. I mean, it looks okay for reversal, but I mean, right now the market's unstable in my opinion. I don't see the trend that I see is down still. I mean, we bounced off 433, but we're still in a downtrend in my opinion. Until we get out of that downtrend, I don't know about holding to the upside for anything. I'd be looking for opportunities to go short until we see some kind of real basing happening on the markets. Yeah, Ilya, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at AMC and I'm confused. Something's gonna dump. AMC, here goes that big volume starting to come in on Ape now. Ape is now at 226. It held above 222. Ilya, you were here this morning on this morning stream and you saw what it was looking like. Remember we were talking about getting above 222. But here comes big volume coming in on AMC again, on Ape, while AMC is starting to break back into the bull flag. So this is looking like AMC might come down. Going into it's sorry to say it, it's starting to look like Ape might get a run after hours, and then AMC is going to come back down. So if you're in any options, if you're in any calls, I trimmed out of all my calls today. I'm not even exercising them based on what I'm seeing today. So I just trimmed out of all of them. I had 350 calls. Those ran up. I believe when that last trim, I think it was somewhere around 360%. 360 something percent today, which is great. 365, I think, 365%. Fantastic. Good money. Just off those 350 calls. And I'm not holding any of them. Not exercising because I'm thinking that something's going to happen to AMC in this case. If it didn't break my level of 436, which I called out yesterday, if you're following me on Twitter, I had those marked very easily. And it looks like I got stopped out on some of these other calls real quick. Let's see. Tesla stopped me out, but that's good. I just took out 20% profit on that. And Meta's just playing around until later. I'm going to leave a small position on Meta. See if I can actually get that break. If it gets that break to the upside above the 200 moving average on the 5 minute, that'll be good. But it's a good reason to have trailing stops. They save you. You almost guarantee yourself making money, and you kind of can look away for a little bit. So, anyways, back to what's happening here. That was a big volume candle on Ape. And it's still going to push. If it gets a new day high above 227, look out. And it's going to start to hit, I'm looking for 240 next on Ape. And AMC is now breaking back into the bull flag, which is kind of concerning while Ape is moving up. Yeah, there's going to be something happening after hours. Just don't know what it's going to look like and which one it is. But right now, my odds are starting to look like AMC dump. Bad dump, too. Talking about like a sweet move down to about $3.05 possible. Ape, if Ape doesn't dump, if Ape dumps, we're looking at $1.10. But right now, Ape is looking like a better culprit to stay above range. Alright, also, Way Up Trading Group, if anybody's in, the mic is live in case you want to hop on. I'll make sure that's on there, in case you guys want to say a little something or have any questions, alright? Yep, there's always another day. That's the idea. Meta's rejecting. Tesla's trying to retest. Tesla's trying to retest. Google's breaking down. Looks like it wants to go back and retest about 127 flat. Yeah, I think everything's going to start breaking down toward the end of the day. 434 puts on the SPY probably be nice, but I don't know yet. Got buyers waiting down here on the 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. It looks like it's potentially breaking down. If it doesn't hold here, zone of reversal already hit. Let's see. Bearish setup. Same thing on QQQ, bearish setup. Yeah. Looking like everything's about to start coming down. If it don't hold here, everything's coming down. We'll see how things go in a little bit. Ape doing anything? Nope. AMC doing anything? Nope. Still in the same spot. This looks bad. This looks like wham. Down and then whoop. Up. And that's what it's looking like right now. Yeah, these two stocks are something else. Wish it was just one stock. Those were the days when it was easier. Now I don't even know. Yeah, it looks like SPY's gonna come down. I don't know, it's a toss-up still. We'll see how 430. It's not looking good. I mean, either way, it's still a win. I mean, if you got Ape, you're gonna be good. But if you got AMC, I mean, you're in both of them probably most likely. However, AMC calls, I'd be out of them now, like now. if you got any calls, get out. Not financial advice, but I'd be out. I'm not holding anything in the next week. I took my gains off of those, and I'm good. Those 350s were beautiful. It's crazy how much you can actually make off of a 50-cent move on a stock. 50 cents, and you get 300% returns. It's crazy. I mean, you got to be humbled by this type of business. There's a lot of things that are possible here once you start to understand how this thing works, and you protect yourself, which is the number one thing. Yeah, SPY is dumping. SPY is coming down to go test 435.33. Puts would have been the play right there. That was zone of reversal at 436. SPY's dumping down. Looks like it's going to go and test 435.33 is the next target. QQQ is doing the same thing. We can see 356 to the downside. Zone of reversal is playing out. Everything's dumping. The IWM hit smooth moving average. 5-minute time frame looks like it's coming back to probably retest a 50 moving average. Moves a little bit slower, but it's coming down. Let's look at the blue chips. Blue chips are coming down. I'm already out of the Google, the Meta play as well as the Tesla play. The Tesla wow, it's breaking down. False breakout. Knocked its head on the 200 moving average and it's coming back downwards. So that's it. All right, so let's see here. Google's coming down to come test 126. Yeah, there's no way the market continues to push if these blue chips are coming down like this. How's Apple doing? And Apple was Apple holding up? Apple is Apple coming? Apple's coming down. I wanted to start to it broke the rising wedge we had marked up a little while ago. So everything's coming down. So we had the Apple rising wedge broke into the downside. It tried to break up, going to the downside. Tesla coming down, Alphabet, Google coming down, Nvidia. How's Nvidia doing? Nvidia, boy, I'll tell you. We caught the Nvidia move this morning from 425, pretty much all the way down to 416. Caught that over 100% play. That was the only play I took. Well, the only play I took today that wound up being the banger. Had Zom. Zom was stopped out early with minus 15%, but that was a 0 DTE. Both of them 0 DTEs Fridays, you know. But Nvidia was a nice downside move. Caught it, got out, and look at this thing. Rebounded, almost green for the day. Nvidia is a monster. Be careful shorting Nvidia if you ever try to take that opportunity. Be very careful. Not to mention it's expensive. So it usually plays out really well on 0 DTEs if you know what you're doing. But you got to pay attention to these things. How we looking? Yeah, it's not looking good. Looking good on AMC side. Looks like they want to keep it in this setup. Hang on. What I'd like to see is it just reverse. Like, if you're going to go make that move to the downside, do it fast. And then reverse. And then just squeeze. Don't hang down there for another 2 months. Like, I don't want to. That's what I don't want to see. Hang down there for 2 months, 3 months, and then, you know, that'll be a killer. I think that'll kill everybody's morale. And I think that's, you have to weigh out all the possibilities. Back above $4. They're trying to. I guess max pain is $5, as you mentioned for me, Illy. And right now we're at 401. Hang on. Second 921. That's holding. Okay. I like the 10-minute right now. I like the 10-minute on AMC. How's Ape looking? Do I have anything on Ape? No. Of course not. Of course not, Ape. Alright, we'll leave that. Downtrend check. Take this off. 13. Let's see if they got any sellers that are. I mean, it's Nathan. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. It's looking like it'll be based on just algos. Yeah, I mean, there's no more news. Yes, we did get the 155 price target situation from Citibank, but I don't know if that's what's going to carry this thing down. I'm starting to think it's going to be just an algo move, just to get people to flip in the final shakeout. So, yeah, we're just going to wait and see. I really can't call it just yet. I mean, here's my ape uptrend. Here's my breakout point. It's still within this bull flag, kind of, sort of. It's kind of set up here above 222. My next target is still 265 to the upside, which I have all the way up here. First, you need to break 240, which is the top of the bull channel. If you can break that, you can see 265. You break that, you're gonna go up to 330, which is where we got topped out last time around earlier this year. 330. You break those three, and then you're talking about $5. It all depends, because AMC right now is in a nice pattern. I'll tell you that much. However, there are sellers waiting right here to knock this thing down back at 417. This is what the order block. So it's a seller's order block sitting here waiting, and they're adding more of them. So this is scary. You just seen that one just pop up. This blue one here at 405. They're trying to hold it underneath 405, and they're trying to probably hold it underneath $4 in general. So order blocks, another one that's really good to add on, just so you can see where the buyers and sellers kind of stand. I'm not saying you hold those as a reason to make your trades, but it's just one other thing to be aware of as far as being able to see where liquidity is, see where the sellers are, and so on. Make another decision. I mean, first and foremost, stick to your TA, but sometimes having a little bit of information is good too. Let's go back to the blue chips. Nvidia still going. Tesla trying to recover again. Alphabet, Google looks like it's not doing anything, so we're not going to depend on Google. Let's take a look at Apple one more time. Apple just kind of hanging around. Man, what a disappointment on Apple. I was hoping for it to hit 205. I really was. I mean, they just, like, at the perfect time, they just bombed. I mean, earnings was okay, just that they didn't do anything with it. Like, there's, they didn't mention AI. Like, everybody mentions AI, they run. Why didn't you not mention AI, or at least harp on it for a little while? Like, I was really disappointed in that move. I was looking for Apple to really touch above $200. That would have been nice to see. And now here we are in the depths, $30 under. A $20 drop, $22 drop from its all-time highs. Horrible. SPY's in the gutter right now, getting ready to kick the can. Here goes QQQ running down to 356. Here goes Russell. IWM coming down. Once it breaks here, look out for 184.29 on the Russell. And their SPY already hit the mark that we talked about earlier, 435.33 on the nose. It looks like it may bounce around here. If it loses that, looking at 434 puts. There's no buyers waiting around here on the 5-minute chart. They're all down here at 433. So in my opinion, that is where we're probably going. 433 is the next target down. So 0 DTE puts would have been really nice right here. Well, it's a little late in the game. You would have been up really nicely already if you got in. However, there's still opportunity. If it fails 435.33, yeah, it's going to 433. if it breaks that below that area. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna let AMC close. I don't think so. It's looking pretty bleak. Let's see what they're talking about on Twitter over here. Twitter's going nuts. My inbox is blowing up. Oh man. The last couple days after the ape split have been insane. After the ape, I keep saying ape split, boy. After Judge Zern signed off on the settlement, have been pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What are we right now? 3:15. Heading into close. About 45 minutes left. Still nothing. If this doesn't tell you that this thing is about something is about to happen, I don't know what else would. Something crazy is brewing. You see the sellers are sitting here waiting, trying to hold it below 401. Sellers are sitting here at 402 and 405. You get back above that, you got a chance. You don't, we're coming down here to fill these order blocks underneath 4. Ape looks like it's a rocket ship ready to take off. Above 222, Ape is looking like it's ready to start making a move. Matter of fact, I might buy some more Ape. I'm gonna buy some Ape right now just in case. Oh man. Hey, what's going on, John? Yeah, at the moment, it's looking. I mean, the setup is there on AMC to go haywire, but it's an options thing. It's an options play. They want to flush options, and right now, right now it looks like it wants to go the opposite direction. I mean, it's ready. Like when I'm saying this thing is ready to go, it's ready to go. I mean, there's a lot more resistances as opposed to Ape, but Ape is right now above 222, like we talked about earlier on their first stream, John. And now we're above it. This thing is looking like it's a rocket ready to go, just in case. All right, I'm gonna buy some more Ape here. But let me check out the order blocks on Ape to see what they're doing, if they're trying to hold it or what, because I can't see this happen like this. Let's see, order blocks. No, I don't like those. Let's do Sonar Labs. All right. Yeah, look at that. The sell orders on Ape were worse than the AMC's. Like, they have sell orders looking like a wall here, like all between 225 and 240. These sell orders are just waiting here. There's tripled up sell orders between 228, 230, 231, and 233. So between 228 and 233 is the biggest level of resistance. So that's where the sellers are looking to keep this thing. They don't want this thing to go. AMC's doesn't look as bad. It looks like more buyers are waiting down here. You can see the difference in the size of the buyer and sell orders. But if Ape starts getting some volume, The buyers are going to start stepping up because they won't be able to get their orders filled. What happens is that they start to chase the price. But Ape is breaking out again. Here's 227. If it gets a higher high, it's going to start attacking 230. It'll start to eat these order blocks. AMC has not gotten any volume, but Ape is now pushing up on lower volume. This is crazy. And this is the 10-minute chart. Let me double check the 5 minutes, see what we're doing. Yeah, this is nuts. This is tight. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. How much time we got left? It's 3:18. 3:18. All right, let's see what we got here. I am in a bearish setup here on Ape. Boy, what's gonna happen? They're gonna hold it. They're gonna try to hold it at 230, unless they remove the sell orders. If we start seeing these sell orders disappear, and they just give up and say, okay, let it run, you'll see these go, and then you'll start seeing Ape run. But right now, AMC looks like it's got a lot more buying support on the 5-minute chart. Sorry, this is 3 minutes. Let's look at the 5 in the meantime. I don't know. It's tight. It's tight. But Ape is going to start to go. Yeah, it's going to be more algo based in my opinion. It's not going to be news. But you know, a lot of the time what they do, John, is that they will align a lot of these moves with news just for it to make sense, to justify the move that happens afterwards. So it's possible that they just make something up. Make something up, drop it immediately at after hours, and all of a sudden the stock moves in the direction that it's supposed to move. Like, I don't know, Disney buys AMC like they've done 20 times already, or AMC or Amazon makes a bid to buy AMC. We've seen that before. Something like that. And then all of a sudden the stock moves crazy in after hours just to justify the move. It would probably be something more along the negative side to get AMC to dump and Ape to run. But if it's, I don't know, or if it's a court situation, then it'll be, you know, something, I don't know, maybe one of these people that were upset about the Ape move, their thing gets rectified and put back into play, and then Ape dumps and then AMC runs. But it's a toss up right now. The volume is showing me just the craziest stuff. 5 minute looks like there's no sellers up here on Ape. Nothing on the 5 minute time frame. It's just open sky. Buyers are sitting all down here ready to go. AMC, they want to hold it underneath 430, which is the mark that we talked about yesterday. This is the 5 minute chart. If I go further out, we'll see different price frames. Let's see a little bit further. You can see where all the sellers are trying to hold this thing. All the way up until 750 on AMC. Ape, really not much. If Ape breaks out here, starts pushing 240, 245, there's nobody trying to stop it until about the $3 mark. So Ape has a lot. AMC has a lot more resistances once you start getting to higher levels. But Ape is pretty much open sky for a good period of time. By the time you get to $3 and change, you're already probably up 50% on the move. What's that, about $1 from here? So yeah, it's about almost a 50% run. Yeah, they do it all the time. That's how they justify the moves. AMC at 401. I'm just gonna watch this to the end of the day. I mean, I'm not gonna probably not trading anything else. Let's see. Last week the Young, okay, he's running on Friday after hours and drop, but might just launch this time. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Patrick, they're pinning it right. They are pinning it. Goodness gracious, these guys are something else, man. Never seen a stock like this in my life. I've called a good amount of stocks to a T, but I'll tell you, they mess with the TA on this thing so well. They get everybody second guessing themselves. Because at this point, it's no longer real real mechanics behind this thing. It's all algo based because they just what they do is keep shorting. All right, keep shorting until they shake everybody out or shake as many people out as they can. That's not happening to me. And I hope anybody who's listening to this thing and has been in this thing for a while has realized the game by now. But if 8 breaks 227, 5, this is the 15-minute time frame, no sellers. It's ready to start going. AMC starting to make a move. What do we got? I like the pattern on AMC right now. Yeah, Divine. GME, in my opinion, I got GME also, but GME, in my opinion, is going down to $17. And if it doesn't hold $17, it's going to $14. And then from $14, it'll go to 12, and then from 12, it's going to go straight to 40. So right now, I'm eyeing $17, and I've been calling $17 now since about the $21 mark, and we're all the way down to $18.43. So I'll be a buyer at 17. I'll be watching it very close at $17. But for now, I'm just gonna hold on and see what happens. But it's in a distinct downtrend. But I posted it on Twitter. That's gonna come down that low, and it's gonna just go parabolic at that point. They're gonna cover. Whoever's gonna cover is gonna cover at that low. But it's letting it bleed off. It's a lot more illiquid than the AMC is, just because of that whole situation with a lot of folks that have been DRSing shares in the whole nine. I mean, it's good asset protection, but it makes the stock move a lot differently than what you see on other stocks. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out, but it's gonna squeeze. It is gonna squeeze. If they were able to knock it down to 67 cents, the dollar, like it started off at back before January 2021, they would have done it a long time ago. They would have done it a long time ago, but they can't. So this is the situation they're up against. I mean, this stock, the company is, yes, it's cash flow positive. In what way, I don't know. Still, really don't know what they do for a business model. They should really own that space right now. Everyone should be going to them for every video game there is out here, and nowhere else. But yeah, it's fully playing out its parabolic arc setup on GME, in my opinion. So you bought Young. You said you got more. You bought more ape this week. Yeah, a lot of people glue. You got your eyes glued to the screen. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do right now. Everybody just is not sure what's happening. But I mean, you got a 50-50 shot to either moon or come down a bit, and just have to hold a little bit longer. But this is going down to the wire. But you know how they like to do on a Friday with AMC, Ape, all of that. They like to make you wait to the last minute. They love short weeks, long weekends and short weeks. They love them. I know we don't have one coming up now, but that's just how they operate. They catch you slipping or catch you sleeping. That's why I use the term "stay frosty." Yeah, so Divine, just keep a lookout for 417. In my opinion, that's where it's coming. And before it starts to make a bounce, that would make it a triple bottom off of the last location. I'm gonna pull up the GME chart real quick while we wait for AMC to do whatever it's gonna do. Let's see. If you were an institution, you knew how high retail interest in the stock. You wouldn't. Hell no, you wouldn't. You're going to. You're gonna try and play it both ways and just be in. If you got 50%, you got a 50% chance of winning. I mean, even if you over leverage on one, not over leverage, but more risk weighted on one side. probably more risk weighted on Ape just because of the arbitrage play. You have a better shot. So that's the direction that they're taking. And second of all, if you're playing options and you're able to hedge your position using the options chain, you probably want to have it run down, take the puts, play puts on the one side, play covered calls on the long positions that they already hold, play cash secured puts on the other side, let it go down to $3, buy the cash secured puts, have their shares whatever they need them, or if they can go lower, $1.50 or something like that. I mean, that would suck on our end, but if they have the money to do it, they're gonna do it. And most of these companies, or most of these institutions, they have the money to play both sides, and we're just in the middle, kind of going along for the ride. But they can play both sides of the trade, and that's how they're able to keep this thing alive for so long, because they can play it in multiple. There's so many different ways to make money in the stock market, and they know all of them, right? And they know all the tricks to hide certain things. So there's not really much stopping them from doing a lot of things. However, over time, what goes down has to come back up in this case. And vice versa. What goes up has to come down, especially if a company's still alive. I don't have any GME call. I had calls earlier on until we broke a certain level. I had calls that were out to September 15th on GME. I had those for a while, but we started breaking. I just took the loss on them, and just looking to reposition on those in a little while. If we get down to 17 and we start going into earnings, I'm gonna watch for it. I missed out on that 50% run after hours last time. I'm like, all right, that happened again. Especially after seeing the double bottom on GME. We knew it was there. We knew what time it was, but I typically don't like to hold any kind of calls into earnings because you can get crushed. IV crush is real, So I typically like to play beforehand, but that was a complete surprise. I didn't expect GME to do the numbers that it did. So I think a lot of people who some degens out there probably held on, and it actually worked out that time. But typically I like to be in a position where I know I'm gonna be safer. I like to play moves that go up into earnings when the hype is high, because they love to sell the news before you get there, or after the news is up. So we probably heard the rumor, buy the rumor, the saying, buy the rumor and sell the news. 9 times out of 10, the earnings report is the news, and then they sell off the next day. An example of that was AMD recently. They did great on earnings. Stock ran to 126. Next thing you know, the following day it lost all its gains and came all the way down to 108. So these are the things that they do, to really screw with people. Yeah, AMD's now just treading water down here in the 105 land. So AMC looks like it's trying to make a move here. AMD, AMC, Ape. Let me pull up the GME chart real fast here, Divine. Just to see what we're looking at. What time we got? 3:30. We got 30 minutes before either a pump or a dump on both of these stocks. I don't know. It can go any way right now. Let me take off the order blocks. Like I said before, Ape doesn't have anything above it. AMC looks like they're trying to hold it underneath these levels. These are sell orders sitting here waiting to sell off or sell the stock off. If you see AMC break through the top of this order block at 406, you'll see it disappear, and it's going to run between here to 412 and possibly find some support, and then try to run and push towards 422. And that's the point I'm going to start to really, really look closely at it. A lot of time what they try to do is they bring it right to the level of the most resistance, and that's when they dump it. That's exactly what they did last Friday when AMC ran down 20%. It was right at that. It was right at the breakout level. It was about to break out. We could have squeezed last week, but right when that happened, it was set up for a dump right at that line. And that's when I knew we were in the spring, and that's how I was able to enter the calls after that, because I was waiting for it, but you get excited. You look at the stock, you look at it's moving, it's going in a direction, but that's how they get you. So Got to be mindful of these things going forward. And we're kind of in that same predicament now. It's the same pattern that it was in last week. But now it's just a different price point. Let's see. But it is starting to build up. I'm not seeing a lot of volume come in just yet. Let me get rid of these order blocks just to clean up the chart a little bit easier to see. Three. Let's clear this one out. All right, where's GME? Real quick. All right, Trading View. Let's open up Trading View for GME. I really want to see AMC go. Actually, I want both of them to go, but I really want to see AMC go because I know it's going to be the harder of the moves. Especially, obviously, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's going to be the harder move. It's the bigger rip, in my opinion. Ape is going to be a nice move, but we're talking big numbers on AMC. If we can get a push, but they don't want that yet. They're not ready. They may not be ready. Here goes Ape breaking down again. Goodness gracious, what's going to happen? Suspense is building. All right, GME real quick. GME. I don't know. This not supposed to be, unless they find a reason to. Somebody find something, like some scandal or something like that. That's what they do. That's what they do when they want something to come to light. I hope it's not another court situation that locks us up for months on end. I'd have to really reconsider AMC as an investment if they do that again. And I think they know that too. I'm like, all right, AMC, we're gonna have to have a real heart to heart and really, yeah, they better not do that again. Yeah, that was gruesome. And then Judge Zern couldn't find her pen for like 6 months. That was ridiculous. just rip the Band-Aid off already, like, you know. All right, let's see what we got. Let's get rid of the order blocks. Look at GME real quick. It's trying to reverse, trying to do a couple things, but it's not ready yet. It's gonna take a little while. Probably not till September. It's got room down. It's bullish, but it's got room to go down. Lost 1915 in this pattern. It's probably going to hit 17 like I mentioned before. That's on the 3-day chart, I believe. It's a distinct downtrend. take these out. Where are my lines? What did TradingView do with my lines? I want TradingView. All right. Anyway, I can do it real quick. So you get the multiple. Every time GME gets these double bottoms, it squeezes straight up. Got 1, 2, squeeze up, double bottom, squeeze up. You have a little one here, squeezes up, move a little closer. So 1, 2, squeeze up, 1, 2, a little bit of a squeeze from $2, $22 up to $34. That run, they swat it down, double bottom, 50% run. Now it's sitting at, it lost that opportunity for a double bottom, and it's in the downtrend. TradingView got rid of my lines, which sucks. But yeah. Basically lost this level, was hoping for this double bottom here to play out and then rock it back out, but that's not going to happen. The downtrend is pretty much continuing. Next level, 1616. That would basically be a triple bottom setup. Now if we get a triple bottom, I'd be looking around like I said, 1617 to potentially get some kind of legs on it, come down, and then bounce out of here. At that point, I'd be looking for like $30 calls, $35 calls. But it's going to probably take it to middle of September to start seeing that move. But Jimmy loves double bottom. Double bottom here, straight back up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first time we haven't seen a double bottom push on GME. Let's go back to the subject at hand right now. AMC's pushing. Ape is dumping. I don't know. AMC's in a bullish pattern. Ape's in a bearish pattern. So, technical-wise, from a TA standpoint, AMC is the push. Short term. AMC is the move. I could see AMC getting the 412. If I would just look at this and was just trading it for the day, it'd be a move on AMC. I would be looking to short 8. Just how it is right now. But it's still holding above 222. I don't know. It's 341 right now. Ape is above, AMC is above 404. Ape is above 222. Major areas right now. SPY is actually recovering, trying to push 437 again. Here we go with the nonsense. How the blue chips looking? Blue chips bouncing, trying to break through. Tesla, Google, Apple, all trying to break through at the same time. Got 18 minutes left on the day. I'm pretty sure that the mock imbalance is to the buy side. So everything looks like it's ready to push back up again. Yeah. Pushing back up, pushing back up. You have QQQ even. QQQ and IWM looking to push all push up right now. This is going to be interesting. We might get a little after hour squeeze on a couple other stocks. AMC is just setting up for, I don't know what. Can't call it. Hey, what's up, Lewis? Welcome back in, man. Appreciate you dropping by. Caught a couple plays with Lewis the other day. That's good stuff. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Trying to see if we can figure out this AMC thing. Right now it's looking a little iffy, so hope you're watching yourself right there on these plays, because We can't call it. It's either it's going to be a run on one of them and a dump on the other, but we're just trying to figure out which one. I mean, if I looked at it just from a technical perspective, AMC's ready to push, and Ape is ready to dump, but it's still holding above 222. If I see it break below 222 and it closes below 222, I'm looking at this as a double top and it's a short. But we'll see. I just need to see the closing price at this point. Up. Ape is slipping 222. Uh-oh. I need to see AMC. If AMC gets above 406, Ape is now getting a Ape is now getting a a 921 cross to the downside. What time is it? We got 15 minutes left in the day. But it is bouncing off 222 again. Look at that hard bounce on Ape. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. Which one is it going to be? Which one is it going to be? I'm pretty sure Twitter's going off right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they're talking about on Twitter. $404 and then 222. Major areas on both of these stocks. What's gonna happen? AMC is in a bullish formation. Ape is in a bearish formation. AMC has a lot more upside resistances. Ape has no upside resistances. It's anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess right now. AMC starting to creep up. Let me double check some of this liquidity, see if there's any buyers or sellers sitting anywhere ready to start to make a move. Oh boy. AMC has a double order block about to break. It's above $4. Good sign. Ape is now still holding above. We're starting to get some volatility coming at the end of the day. I don't know. Oh boy. Ape, they're trying to. We got an order block finally. A selling order block on Ape is finally starting to show itself right here. Ape is now broken out of its ascending its triangle, but it is still above 222. The cost to borrow, dear Joe, the cost to borrow over 1,000% right now. Yeah, short interest is like 40%. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. I don't know. It's a toss-up. It's going to be a crazy... People are going to be talking this weekend. I know that much. We are right now on the AMC trying to chew through a triple order block, a triple sell order block. They are trying to hold this thing underneath 408, which is a major location. They're trying to hold underneath 408. If it breaks 408, I'm looking for 410. 412. We break through this whole cluster right here, we're going to start going. How's the day look so far? What are we percentage-wise in the day? Up 0.25%, basically flat on the day. How's volume looking on AMC? AMC's volume is sitting at 41 million, very low volume. I wanted more like 200-300 million today, but we're just being held. Volume is steadily increasing. Take a look at that volume starting to come in on AMC. Nothing coming on Ape right now. Ape is still looking real low on volume. And it's also trying to push down. That was a single order block holding Ape back in a bearish formation. So we're going to see. Oh boy, I'm going into a closer time frame. We're closing in on 12 minutes left on the day. AMC still pushing. Trying to break this order block at 406. If we break 406, I'm launching 408 and then 412. Let's go to the 3-minute order time frame. Wow. Okay. All right, let's see what's happening. Ape is still above 222. I mean, it was under it for a long time, but now it's above it. So let's go back to the 5. Okay. Ape is bouncing. Somebody's who's lying. one of these one of these two is not telling the truth. I don't know which one it is yet. One of these two is going to flip. Who's it going to be? Taking bets. Is it Ape? Is it AMC? Which one's it going to be? Which one is it going to be? We got 10 minutes left in the day. AMC's pushing 404, looking to push through that order block at 406. After that, it looks like it's free sky for AMC up until about 430, 420. Ape is now turning around. Ape at 225, trying to push and break about over 227, which was the resistance line. That would be a break of the day high. Day high right now is at 227. Volume is coming in nicely on AMC. It looks like it's going to break that 406 level. Once that order block is out of there, we should start seeing some nice upside. Wait for it to disappear, 406. If it doesn't disappear, it's coming back down. It hasn't fully filled all the orders here in that level at 406. If it usually what it does is it tries to break it. If it's rejected, it'll come back down, probably to test a 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Ape is bouncing. Ape came down briefly, broke through 222. Looking to reverse and go back to the upside. It's coming down to the wire. Which one is going to dump? Which one is it? Oh boy. These guys are good at what they do. Oh man, they're tugging their heartstrings right now. Boy, we're coming down to the wire. We got 9 minutes left right now. AMC Ape is actually starting to pull up right now. It's heading toward 227. 227 is the high of the day. If it breaks 227, I am expecting a higher push up to about 430. But they're holding both of these right now to the last second. Let's go and take a look at the 6-minute chart just real quick just to confirm the areas. Triple order block. AMC's trying to break through. My candles have flipped from red to blue on 8, which is showing bullish momentum. See if I can get them on AMC as well. Oh, there goes AMC. AMC's pushing. Here we go. AMC's pushing now. It broke through the order block. Hit 410. Here we go. Big volume coming on AMC. Let's go. 409, 410. Here it is. Ape's trying to push. Ape's trying to push. Let's see. Rejected right at the 412 mark that we talked about earlier. Here we go. This is it. This is coming down to the last 8 minutes. I'm thinking the move is going to, yeah, John, I'm looking the move is going to happen in after hours. I don't think they're going to be able to hold these things down. AMC looking like the winner. Look at that big volume candle coming out of nowhere. Look at that big push. Right now, it's bumping its head off that 412 mark we talked about a little while ago. It's going to look for a retest and then go. I'm looking for 422 as the next area. 422. Let's see if we can get it. Ape is starting to come alive as well. Ape is trying to get in. I mentioned before, this is a bullish setup here on Ape's AMC. It is a bearish setup right now we have on Ape. So, technical-wise, looking from a technical perspective, the better play right now is looking like AMC from a technical perspective. But I don't know. We don't know what they're capable of right now. I think 8 pressure is the pressure on AMC is much higher. I agree with you, Patrick. I think it is much higher, but I don't know. These guys, we are above $4, which is a great location to be in. I believe Max Payne was at $5. We're still under Max Payne, but man, ooh, look at this. Here we go. Here we go. Ape is still trying to push. AMC's volume is just crazy right now. Let's go to a closer time frame. That volume candle. Look at that. Wow, that is some heavy volume at the end of the day. Goodness gracious. Ape has got nothing right now. No volume on Ape. AMC is going into another bullish formation, getting ready to start on an ABCD pattern. I'm looking for 414 to break. Next move. Next push. 412 then 414. Next push. Ape still at 225. We got 5-6 minutes left on the clock. Up here comes Ape. Here comes Ape starting to push up, trying to get above the signal line. 227 on Ape. Holy goodness. All right, what do we got going on here? All right, no order block sitting here on Ape. Ape has some free sky to actually break 227 for a triple top, to avoid the triple top. If it breaks through, there's order sitting here waiting to sell it off at 230. AMC starting to eat through those orders right now. Well, I mean, as far as showing more strength, that's what we would like to think. But we showed strength last week on AMC, and it dumped down 28% right after. So right now, AMC is the stronger looking play. Ape is the weaker looking play overall based upon the way where we are on these patterns. However, I don't know what's going to happen here. Let's see. At this point, my money's on AMC. We're going to see. Or maybe they can both go. We'll see. I don't know. That could be the third option. Door number 3 could be what's on the table. 411 on AMC. Here goes the push. I need to break above 412. If 412 breaks, we can start to really see some things. AMC's 226 still. 411. 412. That's 412 right there on AMC. 412 on AMC is trying to push. Let's go, AMC. Come on now. Look at that volume candle on AMC. That junk is ridiculous. Ape has nowhere near the same volume, but that volume candle, that's a short covering candle if I ever seen one before. Holy goodness. Ape is starting to get a candle itself. Ape is getting the candle. Hold on, the candle's starting to come together on Ape. But we are at 412, trying to break above 414 on AMC. Come on. Let's see something. How's the market looking real quick? Real quick. SPY is at 436. All right, we don't care about that SPY right now. We're looking at AMC. All right. So, all right. Let's see. It's just deadlocked. AMC is pushing. Here comes the volume on Ape. Ape's volume is starting to pick up as well. There's a nice volume candle right now. Oh, there goes Ape to 420, 227. 227 on 8. 411. Oh, man. 411 on AMC right now. 412. 412, 227. We're at a crucial point right now. Is it going to be one? Is it going to be the other? Or is it going to be both? Three minutes left on the clock. Which one is it going to be? Let's go. Let's go. Which one's it going to be? Are we going? Or are we dumping? What are we doing? There's 412. 412 on AMC is looking to break. I need AMC above 414 for full confirmation. 227 on 8. 227. Right now, we're testing the day high. It's a triple top right now. This is a bearish sign. Generally means we come back down. That's a triple top. That's as bearish as you can get. But it's still trying to fight through. Volume is stepping up steadily. Not as high of a volume range just yet. But if it doesn't break this 227, I'm going to start thinking that Ape's going to be the one to go down. Oh, whoa, that was a big shot down on AMC. Look at that, back to 408. Testing 408. What's going on here at the end of the day? Feels like the NBA Finals, right? 2-minute warning. Uh-oh, right now, what are we doing? What are we doing? 227, 226. AMC come back. Whoa, there's 8 pop back up to 410 on AMC. AMC starting to pick up some major volume right now. Let's get real serious out here. What do we got? 48 million on volume right now out of nowhere. We're just sitting at about 30 million a few minutes ago. Now we have 48 million on the day. How's Ape looking volume-wise? Ape at 30 million in volume. Volume is starting to come in the last 1-2 minutes here today. What are we going to get? AMC's pushing 411. Come on now. Which one are you going to do? Are you going to just keep us both in, keep both of these in suspense? Ape is still looking for that new high today. Up, there's another push. Let's go down 3 minutes. We're getting down to the last final minute here today. What are we going to get? AMC starting to form a bearish pattern to the downside out of nowhere. Here we go. 227. Can AMC close above 412? Can we see it? Just one more penny. Can 8 get a new higher day above 227? Can you get a 228 close? Here we go. We got down to the final seconds. AMC pushing back down. I don't know what this is about right here. AMC pushing down hard. Back to 408. Ape is at 226. Not getting the new high. We're down to the last 30 seconds. Oh boy, they're keeping us guessing. Which one's it gonna be? Up, there goes Ape with a high volume push that's coming in, but for some reason the price is not going any higher. What's happening? And that's the day. It's over. Ape 227, AMC 409 close. Gonna stick around for just a couple minutes, see if anything actually happens after hours. Set your alarms, see what happens. Beautiful close on both of them, but now it's overtime. We'll see how things go into the overtime hours. We're going to probably stick around for a few minutes, see how things go. Just keep an watch on these things. But boy, what a day. Just something's going to flip. I don't know what it's going to be and when it's going to happen. But let's pay attention to these things. Boy, nice close on both. 409 on AMC, which is above the 408 level. That was a major level I wanted to hold above. 412 would have been better, but I'll take it. 227 on Ape, which is a 3.65% day. Nice upside, but the after hours is where it's at. Most likely going to let the options chain clear out, and we'll see what happens. If it's not today, Monday's not that far away. So we're going to see what happens in the next couple of trading sessions. Get rid of these indicators real quick. Oh man, Ape stuck at 227 all day. Three trials at breaking it. Not able to break it. AMC is looking bullish like it wants to go. Anybody's call. Yeah, next week is we're talking about the reverse split and the conversion. 24th, I believe, is AMC. Ape. 25th, AMC reverse split conversion. There was a I'll find that. Oh boy, I probably have to post it on Twitter. I did have it on my Twitter page a little while ago. There was a link that I saw going around that actually showed what the conversion would look like in terms of your shares. So you know exactly how many shares you have based upon your Ape as well as your AMC. You'd be able to figure out what your new amount of holdings would be at that point. It would do the math for you. It looked pretty decent. It seemed like it worked out really well. So you can kind of save yourself some of that paperwork that you probably been trying to do, or most people have been trying to do, to figure out the numbers. But it seemed like a really good program, or a really good setup here just to do the calculations for you automatically. I'll see if I can grab it real quick and just throw it in the chat. Bear me 1 second. As far as the short covering is concerned, that doesn't necessarily mean, because the custom number is changing and any of those things, it doesn't necessarily mean that shorts have to cover. They don't have to do anything. They can just they'll continue to pressure it down in various different ways, hold it, and then they do it when they feel like it's necessary. It'd be nice if they'd cover, but they're not required to. So that's a misconception, in my opinion, that's going around. It would be nice. Some may just want to fold and just give up on a position while things are still cheap. But who knows at this point? These guys are wizards when it comes to this stuff. So we need to just kind of roll with the punches until something actually breaks. Something's gonna break soon. It just hasn't broken yet. When it does break, we'll know. Here it is, the AMC share calculator website. Thought it was pretty good. I'll just post it in the chat real quick. So I just posted real quick in the chat. That's the share calculator. You can post in your APE amount as well as your AMC amount, and it'll give you the idea for what it is. Your total amount of shares will be post reverse split and conversion. The dividend for the additional APE shares that will come out will be, I believe, on the following day after the conversion is done. It'll take an additional day to happen. The 24th, 25th, and then the 26th, you should receive or start receiving your dividend, your additional awarded shares based upon the settlement. So keep a lookout on that. All right, so we don't really have much happening right now. I would expect the move to happen almost immediately after hours, but looks like they're gonna flag this thing out for the rest of the day. The rest of the after hour session, no real extra volume is coming in. It's kind of just flagging down. AMC's coming down 403 right now. APE is still kind of holding 226. So no real excitement yet. Just kind of back and forth. So I just wanted to stick around for 5 minutes to see what was going to happen next. Ain't no problem, Lewis. But there's really nothing happening just yet. But hey, check it out. If I see anything happen, I'm gonna post it on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you hit me up there. My link should be in the description on the page here. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'll post whatever I see. I'm usually posting anything that pops up with this play, other plays also, and I can answer questions on that side as well. But now, guys, once again, thank you for joining me on the stream. Crazy day, crazy market. Hit the like button, subscribe. Considering the Way Up Trading Group, let me know. Link is also in the description. I also have a free trial on that. Posting plays in the whole 9. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for today. Appreciate you guys. Once again, follow me on Twitter. Hit the like, subscribe. And catch you guys on Monday. Try to enjoy the weekend. Don't look at the charts too much. Try to relax. The same thing will be over before you know it. Among other things with the stock market. So enjoy your weekends, everyone. We'll catch you guys on the coming week. All right. Peace.